Hello, folks. Here's why everyone is wrong about Jaguar and how they are actually innovating. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is wrong about Jaguar and their new product relaunch. There are so many talking heads are in shock about Jaguar's departure from advertising fine automobiles, and I'm sure if you're not under a rock, you've probably seen or heard something about it. But here's why they're wrong. Jaguar is innovating. It's just not innovating for the company first, but they are definitely innovating, and I'm going to explain why. First, let's look at their new product launch commercial in case you haven't seen it. And they're calling it reimagining. So you can see they've led with exuberance and bright colors and what I call angry Teletubbies. But there's no car in the advertisement. In fact, when I first saw it, I said, "Where's the cars?" Because I wrongly assumed they were trying to sell cars first, but that's not the case. Um, what they're doing is they're reinventing themselves and they're wrapping it in LGBTQ information. So Jaguar, just to give some background, hasn't made a decent car in a while, and they've lost major ground to BMW and Mercedes, and they need to do something. And innovation is the best antidote for that complacency. So this was the launch of their new campaign, but it does look more like a French fashion show launch than a car rebranding. Angry Teletubbies without any cars. So the pundits, reacted as you would expect them to. And even me, I'm commenting. I usually don't comment on car launches, but when I saw one of my contacts bragging about the launch last week, I even had to simply comment, "Where's the car?" But here's the reality. They are innovating. That's right, they're innovating, despite all the articles of bewilderment about the death of their business due to this new direction. And there are tons of people that are saying this is the death of Jaguar. And they may not be wrong, by the way. This seems like the start of a steep decline for the once mighty brand. But all the pundits, every one of them that I've seen, miss the real reason of what's going on. They don't think they're innovating. These people are a bunch of dummies. That's not true. These are very smart people. So first, let me remind you the broad definition of innovation. This one's from Merriam-Webster. So you can see Jaguar definitely has a new idea and they're introducing something new. However, it's probably not leading with value to the company, to the car company Jaguar. That's right. That's what everybody's missing. Jaguar is not innovating first to bring value to the company, but to the LGBTQ cause, likely. Let me explain. Innovation doesn't necessarily have to bring value to the organization that launches it. Plenty of examples of it not. Almost always, though, innovations launched by one organization that benefit other organizations are advocacy organizations or not-for-profit organizations or government organizations. They'll constantly innovate on behalf of their customer base or their clients or another disenfranchised group. Typically, for-profit companies like Jaguar Land Rover innovate to bring value to their own organizations first. This is not the case here. Jaguar is clearly innovating as an advocacy group on behalf of LGBTQ plus rights. I've seen this before. This is akin to something that happened in our great Afghanistan failure. When I was in the Army, we were building the Afghanistan Army. If you would ask our Afghanistan recruits where they were from, they wouldn't say Afghanistan. They would never say, "I'm from Afghanistan." They would say, "I'm from this clan of this tribe," or something to that effect. You see, they identified with their tribal region and their clan first and foremost. And the country of Afghanistan was down the list somewhere, probably not even secondary. So, and this baffled the Westerners, the French, us, the Australians, everybody that was building the army. They couldn't understand that. They just thought, "Oh no, they're going to get in line and Afghanistan is primary." Well, no, it wasn't. They knew where their loyalties were, and it was to their tribes and their clans first. Most Westerners couldn't understand that. And so we built the Army based on thinking they would support Afghanistan first, just like most countries do. And that wasn't the case. And of course, we ultimately failed horribly there. And this is what's happening here with Jaguar. Their loyalties, you have to, if you look at it as what they're innovating for, they're very influenced by, you look at their keywords, exuberance. That's not a car term. They're LGBTQ plus influenced information, and you're not even having a car present. This is not a mistake. They're not stupid. Their allegiances, their tribes, are just more important. They're just geared somewhere else. They're innovating on behalf of their tribe. And the car sales, Jaguar in this case, will be secondary. And it could even be that they have an emperor has no clothes mentality with this leadership group, where they think that by leading with their tribe and then taking care of themselves and their tribes, it's going to all work out. Either way, they're innovating. They're just innovating on behalf of their tribe first, not the car. So all these baffled pundits think they're not innovating. These are smart people. They're doing it. They're just supporting their tribes and clans. So to support my claim, let's look at their second commercial. They launched the car this week in Miami at the Miami Art Show, and they came out with an actual vehicle or prototype, a prototype of an actual vehicle. This is it here. It's not a bad looking vehicle. It looks a bit like a flattened Tesla Cybertruck, pancaked. You see that this new launch, this new, now that they've shown the concept car, it's more on point for the company Jaguar because it actually focuses on a vehicle, on a product. All of these folks should be happier now, but they'll probably still be baffled about why it's wrapped in exuberance, even though I'm telling you that that's what they're innovating for. I'm certain of it. So if you realize that the leaders, the CEO, the creative director, the brand manager, all have strong LGBTQ ties, you'll understand the primary innovation goal. Let's take a look at what's happening with the CEO of Jaguar Land Rover.
How does it feel to win the award?
This
Really
is the
weird, actually,
Jaguar
because
CEO.
as I said at the end there, we shouldn't be in a world that you win awards just for being a good person, right? But it's really important that we stay strong. So yeah, I'm delighted. I'm delighted for the people with me because they're the ones who've gone through the personal challenges in their lives. And I think that this award, is mostly for them. And they'll know it as well.
I love that. Well, allies like you are so important. You've shown unwavering support for the community. How do you believe that businesses can continue to champion diversity and inclusion for the coming years?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. What I've found is the amount of work you need to do here isn't that much. You just need to be clear on where you.
That's really a mistake to think that the amount of work you need to do isn't very much. Um, you can see that he hasn't done much as far as taking care of the company, Jaguar Land Rover. It sure looks like they've changed the focus. Now, that's intentional, probably.
Stand, not tolerate, act if you need to act, and just give people the freedom to do what they wish to do best. And all the hard work's done by everybody around you.
You see how he's become a champion of LGBTQ rights, receiving awards and attributing those awards to him being a good person. So this has made a big impact on that CEO. In addition, their new marketing director says he has positioned them on a transformative journey. But here, let's listen to him tell us what that transformative journey is. Now, this is at an Attitudes Awards, and you can see here, powered by Jaguar. That means they paid a hefty sum to be able to sponsor this and to speak there. And so typically you need to get some juice out of this for your organization. You get some momentum. But you'll notice I don't think there's any discussion in here about the automobile. It's all about the tribe and the clan.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Let's bounce forward.
LGBTQ plus rights, creativity, and self-expression. We're here to celebrate you, the ones who, despite everything, keep that vital flame alive. The flame that
This is 5
refuses
minutes.
to
I've
be
listened to the
extinguished,
whole thing,
no
so you
matter
don't have
how
to. Let's bounce ahead. You can just get snippets.
inclusion, creativity, policy, and most importantly, action.
Here's where he's going to talk about developing all these committees that support their tribes.
We've established over 15 DEI groups, such as Pride, who are here tonight in the back. Thank you guys for coming. Women in Engineering and Neurodiversity Matters. We've launched major policy revisions, such as transitioning at work, to drive equity and support for our communities, embracing individuality as our superpower.
So the entire speech is
But I
about
never
this.
imagined the day where I would actually have a seat at the table or the ability to realize my own dreams, because it felt so far out of reach, because I was absolutely terrified to just be myself. And now I'm finally here.
And of course, he relates it to him. You see the strong connection to tribe and clan here. This is what it's about, people. And he's telling you this is what the transformation is about. But if you want to sell cars, the challenge is you have customers, you have a market. If your campaign is secondarily towards them, you're going to have responses like this. Here's some actual viewer responses to the launch campaign. Now these are American responses only from iSpot's creative assessment platform. So these are just Americans, but you can see very, very, very polarized. But you look at the top emotional responses. WTF is the highest. Awful is second. Incredulous is third. Now you want to make an impact, right? People are going to remember this, but I don't believe you want to impact in that negative way. And so this is a challenge for them, for the car, anyways, not for the clan and the tribe. This is probably very successful for the clan and tribe. I'd like to see a creative spotlight by spots focused on the LGBTQ community. And I bet it would be very favorable here because that's really what their primary goal was. However, back to the pundits and the sales of the cars and what's going to happen with the organization, it's not a good launch. Not a good launch at all for them. But it's innovation for sure. And that's what everyone is missing. This is innovation. They're not stupid. They just aren't focused primarily on the Jaguar future, more so on their tribe and how it's related to Jaguar and it's wrapped Jaguar. They're innovating, folks. That's my thoughts. Give me yours. And if you're an innovator, keep swimming upstream. It eventually pays off.